Welcome back to a brand new video here on Off Scratch. It's US Open week. It's starting this evening here in the UK. So we thought we'd talk through one of the mistakes that we see 95% of golfers make. I see this day in, day out down here. I mean, we've got thick rough at Mottram Hall, US Open style. People just don't get out, but part of the problem is wrong club.
Yeah, and it's so tempting, isn't it? Because when you look here, it's like a 100-yard shot max.
Yep.
Maybe a bit less. You think, oh, I can get that there, no problem. But actually, when you hone in on that lie, that is really tough to get out of.
100%. I think this is the dangerous zone because you're like, oh, I've got a loft in my hand anyway. If we were further away, maybe people would be more inclined to take their punishment.
Yeah.
So, now, the rules that I sort of think about here is always use your most lofted club. I think you've got to just take your punishment. Almost treat it like a bunker.
Which is disappointing in a way, but it's better than compounding the problem, isn't it?
You don't want to turn, this is what I always say this to every single golfer that comes to me, don't turn your bogeys into double bogeys and triple because you can deal with bogeys. So I've got my 58 in my hand. I grip, let's say, in the middle of the club. So even at the top, even at the bottom. Really wide stance. And what you've got to really think about here is almost feel as though you're pushing these hands through like this. And the reason is, Nat, is because as this club sort of comes through the thick rough, the club face closes.
This is what happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
I remember playing, you know, in like this type of rough and in thick heather, and you think, oh, I've hit that all right. But about here, coming into impact, it whips it over so easily.
I mean, if you look at me here, the ball's here. If I take a practice swing and I hold that club, look from the player cam angle there, you can see me holding it. My grip's not really moved, but the club head is twisted.
Yeah.
So the routine I want every golfer to use, we've already chosen our club. If we get it near the green, brilliant. That's an absolute Brucey bonus. But what I want you to think about here is take a bit of a stance away from the ball. Have a few practice swings, getting the idea of this. You can take 3, 4, maybe 5 practice swings, getting used to what that impact's going to feel like because it's going to feel like you're hitting the ball with a head cover on it.
So are you imagining you're holding this off, really?
Exactly
holding
that.
the face off?
Exactly that. So I've taken a few practice swings. I'm walking then into my shot, really wide stance. And what I feel is it's a real up, stab, held off motion.
Okay.
Like, it's a very bizarre way of getting it out.
So it's quite physical, really, isn't it?
Definitely, definitely. I think forearms will feel it. If you've got a weak grip, you're really going to struggle here. If you've got poor core or forearms that are a little bit tender or bad elbows, all these things, you're going to feel it.
Okay.
Right, okay, so here we go. I'm going to get in here. I mean, I'll do well to get this sort of 10, 15 yards.
That sounded like you really hit that hard as well.
I put the same effort into that as I would a driver.
Yeah.
Like, have a look at this slow-mo here. You can really see that I'm fighting that club face and holding it off as much as I can through.
And would you compensate and aim slightly right, knowing that it may turn left?
Definitely, that's a great point.
Okay.
And even more so, like, if you're using, let's say you think you can get pitching wedge out of it, and you're 200 yards away, or 50, correct, the ball's going to want to come out left. So the compensations to make, always use a lofted club, grip in the middle, hold it off through the shot, and make that alignment a little bit to the right of your intended target, because as you've seen here, it just wants to close down through impact. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Please do enjoy the US Open this week, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We've got so much information coming every single Thursday here on the channel, but if you want some more of this, head over to our website. All the information here is in the banner, and don't forget to check out our plans. Our favourite one right now, I think a lot of people are loving this one, is bring back your speed. If you think you've lost your speed, well, this plan can bring it back with Nat, with me, helping you improve your golf.